Roberts Furniture was established in 1949, so we're 66 years in business this year. My own father took it over in the mid-70s, and we moved out to Ashbourne then in the late 70s, and when we moved over to this premises you're in at the minute here in Ashbourne Business Centre 7 years ago. So I started in the business 1990, I think it was around 1994 actually it was, and we've been reupholstering and recovering and supplying new furniture for 66 years, so all is going well. From the time we receive your furniture into our factory here, we strip it off, take the old fabric off, and we get down to the frame, and we can see the quality of the frame. If any repairs are needed, we can replace springs, webbing, canvases, foam, anything can be repaired and replaced then, and then we start rebuilding it up again and putting your new fabric onto it.
And how do people choose the fabric? Do they come to this area here and they choose it, or do you help them out with that?
Well, we have our own fabric warehouse or fabric showroom here that you can view all our fabrics at, or else we can take all the fabrics to you as well in your own home, and you can match it up to your blinds, your carpets, or curtains, anything, and just see the colour scheme in your own house. And there's thousands of fabric to choose from, so there's no shortage of fabrics.
And what kind of furniture do people mainly come to you with? Is it sort of, modern furniture that wants sort of just a new look, or is it very old, or a mixture of both?
It's across the board. There's a wide variety of everything, from old antiques that's from 100, 150 years old, right up to your modern piece. There used to be a traditional style of you'd have a red settee or a brown settee, but that's completely gone. From the amount of fabrics that are available today, the colours, the different varieties of fabrics that are available, anything goes. There's no certain. People aren't just putting the one fabric on their two chairs and their couch. People are just mixing it up completely with different colours. On even modern fabrics on an old antique piece can bring an old piece into a new house, and so there's hundreds and there's thousands of fabrics to choose from, so anything is possible.
And have you ever had a very old style antique piece of furniture within the building?
We have. Just before Christmas we had an old piece of furniture that a client brought to us, and he had found it in a skip of all places, and it was about 120 years old, and it was an old recliner chair, and he'd found it in a skip, and there was a few repairs needed to it, but it was in good condition and everything still pretty much worked in it, and we just had to build up the springs, build up new horsehair in it, and recovered it. And he had a chair that was very valuable then, something that he just found in a skip.
And I see like with all the kind of fabrics and stuff like that here, I also noticed some Singer sewing machines within the building. They look sort of very old kind of style. Are you still using the kind of old style sort of techniques applying to the old furniture?
We are indeed. What we try and stick with is we try and push our quality over anything else. That once you stick to the old traditional values of the upholstery, things haven't changed too much in the upholstery trade, and once you can stick to the quality of it, it's still the old traditional hand stitching and buttoning, everything is still the same, and once we can stick with our quality, we find our customers and clients always come back to us.
And like the trade that you say and the craftsmanship that goes into sort of reviving furniture or bringing it back to life, do you enjoy that process? I know this is a family business. Is this kind of something that you all share?
Oh yeah, you do. You can even see some of the pieces that you've seen around you here today, that some of them look like they're fit for throwing out, but once you see the whole process of cleaning the frame up, even polishing the legs or polishing the frame and just picking a fabric, and when you see the whole process from start to finish, you just get real satisfaction out of it, that I look forward to coming to work every morning, and it's not just a drag getting out of bed in the morning. It's something you actually love and that you can't wait to get in and start the next piece.
And tell us a little bit about the workshop downstairs. It's probably the busiest room in the building. What kind of stuff is happening down there at the moment? From
the time the van arrives in and we unload the van, we have the process of taking the old furniture off, or taking the old material off, and then we can see what repairs and what's needed to be done with the frames or the springs or any of the canvas that's gone, and then we just build up the seat again and any extra padding you might need in the back or the arms, and then just we use our templates off the old fabric to cut the new fabrics, and it's still very much the old traditional way. Like you see with a lot of new furniture, it's mass produced, but this is very much the old traditional style and the way of doing it.
And how is the business running within the town of Ashbourne?
Very good. Last year we got nominated for the Meath Style Awards, and we were lucky enough to win it, and that's a great boost for business. And we have we've again been shortlisted this year for the Meath Style Awards, so it's all is going well. And within Ashbourne itself, we're involved in the Chamber of Commerce, and we sponsor a lot of local events here. And luckily enough, we have a window display down in High Street, Ashbourne, at the minute, showing all our work and all our bits and pieces. So all is good at the minute, thank God.
Brilliant. And for those interested or who want to get in contact with Roberts Furniture, do you have a website that people can access?
We do indeed. We have a fabulous website, www.robertsfurniture.ie, and with all the information there and all our contact details.